Hello viewers, Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. Thank you for joining me today. Wherever you are in the world, I hope that you're staying safe and you're well. I wanted to just address some viewers' requests. We'll start off looking at US and China tensions. They're rapidly escalating. Australia has joined with the US, accusing China's expansion into the South China Sea as illegal. Of course, some of you would know that I've seen an incident involving ships, perhaps a submarine and ships. There's something going on in that part of the world. Let's take another look at it. One of my viewers has asked me, will the NHS in the UK, which is their national health system service, be privatised? Let's take a look at that. Will parts of the NHS be included in a trade deal with America, for example? That's the fear. Let's look at Volume 5 of the Senate Intelligence Committee report. Of course, Warner has just been, or not just been interviewed, but more recently been interviewed in July, saying he wants to see that report released before the August recess. He does have, as I understand it, a Senate committee classified version of that report. I wonder if he's going to read that on the floor if your Office of ODNI refuses to release that Volume 5 Senate Intelligence Committee report into the Russian interference in American elections. Will Cy Vance get the Manhattan District Attorney? Will he get Trump's financials before the November election? Of course, he has his grand jury ready and waiting, has had it for the last 12 months, and arguments are now going to be brought forward. I think there's a deadline of the third week in August for that judge to hear all those arguments. All right, we'll move through. I also want to take a look, if we've got time, on how Victoria is going in its fight against CV numbers rapidly increasing. But first to the US and China, and of course Australia joining the US, as it has done in the last few weeks. There seems to be a rapid escalation of all things related to China. Particularly, I'm seeing it hitting our social media, and Australians now becoming involved in this, taking sides either with the US or with Trump, I guess, or with the need for greater diplomacy to be used in a time when Australia's 31% or thereabouts of our exports are to China. We have a trade surplus, meaning we export more than we import with China. The US, of course, has a trade surplus with Australia, which means it exports more to us than it imports from Australian products. So we have a lot to lose, certainly financially, by getting involved in this war with US, this trade war, tensions, diplomatic war between China and the US. My opinion is that China needs to be, I guess, there needs to be action to stop this aggression in the South China Seas. But I would prefer to see diplomacy being used. Diplomacy is not being used at the moment. All right, let's have a look. China and US tensions. Australia in the middle there too. Let's have a look. What's going to happen? The tensions between the US and China are ratcheting up. Where's all this going to be going with US, China? Where's all this going to lead? Are we going to see some kind of military action in the South China Sea? I hope not. Okay, so I am reminded that, of course, China is trying to lay claim to this part of the ocean. 1/3 of the world's trade ships go through this area. There are also very rich oil and gas deposits in that area. I think I think this is a question of dollars more than anything else. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. We've got freedom, financial freedom, having enough financial resources to meet your needs. So we've got money. It's money interests coming into this. It is challenged by the Hanged Man. Now, the Hanged Man is suspending something. So, and this is my feeling with this. As we move into recessions all across the world, and some are predicting a depression, we're going to see a more aggressive push for the world's resources and to take control of those resources, to be the one that has those resources that it can sell to other countries. So I think this is more a financial, monetary, moneyed interests, trade interests kind of issue here than more going into bat for, I don't know, the whatever islands are there, their interests. All right, so we've got the Knight of Swords, which is at the foundation of this reading. So I do feel there is going to be some action there in the South China Seas at this time. Things can change from day to day, from week to week, but I wouldn't rule out some kind of military skirmish in that region. I hope not. We've got the Four of Swords, and this is the CV, what the pandemic has done, this bubbling, boiling, some would say, boiling tension between China and the US. It was the trade war long before the pandemic, and now, of course, this, I guess, rhetoric has ratcheted up around China being responsible for the global pandemic. All right, so let's have a look. It's very uncertain times, but I am getting a push with this Devil card to greed. I am getting a real strong message and validation from Spirit that this has more to do with greed and financial resources, accessing the territories, the resources. This is an unstable world. Why is it unstable? It's that push, as always, toward greed and more, wanting more and more. The immediate future, we've got the Hermit card. We're all in lockdown, or some of us are in lockdown. We're certainly in the middle of a world pandemic. We don't want to see military action. This is being isolated. So Australia might be supporting the US, but what about Europe? What about the EU? What about the UK? What about Canada? What is likely to pan out with Trump being so isolated? We know some in our country call him the mad sheriff, and the mad sheriff can't be relied upon, and that's their argument. Don't support him too much, because Australia is very close to China. We have a lot to lose financially. What's going to occur here? We've got the Hermit card. There's a review coming. So I feel while there might be this skirmish that results some kind of flare up with this Knight of Swords, I also feel it's going to be condemned in some way. This is all about partisanship. Also, this is all about politics. And China, for better or worse, is also being drawn into that. These aren't clear heads. In a way, these aren't objective heads that are making these decisions. And there is this political aspect to it. Let's all pile on and seek to deflect the blame and the responsibility from us. In the atmosphere around, I'm really pleased to see the Star of Hope, which is telling me that, will we go to war? I think war will be averted. cooler heads will prevail, perhaps in other parts of the world. In the hopes and fears, we have somebody trying to actualize something into reality. It's often been said Trump wants his war with China to boost his election chances. There's certainly that possibility as well, and Australia is being roped in to that agenda. We do have this in Four of Pentacles. This is around money insecurity. So again, I'm getting this really strong push. This is about keeping those shipping lanes open, not allowing China to perhaps stop any ships coming through that area or police it in the same way that Russia is policing trade routes and at times becoming very aggressive. This is about control, but there's also this financial interest there. So I haven't delved into those oil and gas deposits there, but there is some overriding financial interests that we may not necessarily be aware of. But people are tired. This is the world at the moment. It is no time to be pushing this through. We do have the Fool card, so new start. So I'm not feeling it will escalate into war. We do have disappointment, injustice. So there are other issues that are overriding this, and we may be saved in a way because we're turning away from what no longer works for us, wanting to go back to the peace and equilibrium and responsible leadership of the past. But what I see here, viewers, is this overriding. This is a question of financial trade, commerce, expansion in a global economy that is shrinking and becoming more and more uncertain. This China in the South China Seas is all part of that. Less to do with trying to protect those islands' interests and the surrounding countries that use those waters, less to do with trying to protect their interests and more to do with trying to protect this trade, commerce, expansion, and tying up control of those resources as well. It is, I guess, a global trade financial issue here, and I don't see an outright war, but I do see some kind of action, some kind of skirmish there in the South China Sea. I hope I'm right that it doesn't escalate into war. All right, let's have a look at the NHS, the UK's National Health Service, NHS. Will it be parts? Because I don't think it will be fully privatised, but my intuition is that parts of the NHS could be privatised. Look, we've got the King of Swords, investigation, the truth, a strategy. There may be a strategy here to privatise parts of the NHS. I don't know how that would work. It could have already even been spoken about. Now, what happened? The Labor Party in the UK moved a motion to say hands off the NHS. It cannot be part of a trade deal. It cannot be privatised. The Tory members of Parliament voted against that. So why? Why would they do that? Okay, so in the UK, we're going to go to the UK now. Will the NHS be privatised? Parts of it. Okay, I'm going to concentrate on that because that's what I'm hearing. Will the parts of the NHS be privatised? Will parts of the NHS be privatised? Will parts of the NHS Ooh, okay, we've got loss, betrayal, heartbreak. That's the foundation of foundation card, or not the foundation, the signifier, and challenged by having to defend oneself. I'll bring the laptop top down. These are interesting cards. What it's suggesting is it would be a great. This is a huge emotional issue in the UK. And it's challenged by the need to stand one's ground and defend something. heartbreak would result, loss would be seen as a betrayal. But here we've got the needing to defend oneself against that betrayal and loss. All right. Oh dear. The foundation of the reading is the death card, which is endings, transitioning from one cycle to another. These aren't good cards here. The number of deaths. Okay, all right. So here is what I think we're going. Here is where I think we're going with this reading. The NHS has been under extreme strain, like all other health systems across the world, and that is going to mean that there's less money flowing because more of its resources have been taken up with this pandemic. Now, in the past, we've got lots. It's being overwhelmed. Like as I said, like other health systems, there is a real danger. Public health systems are being overwhelmed in this era of CV, and it's being financially drained and depleted. There's incredible anxiety in the UK over this question. Incredible anxiety. And please, my UK viewers, let me know if this is correct, that there is this real worry and anxiety and wanting to defend the NHS, but I do feel it's being overwhelmed financially because we've got the Nine of Pentacles in the immediate future, and this is also the kind of card that I would associate with privatization, making money off something, earning money off something, because we've got the King of Pentacles. Before I asked this question, I saw a parliamentary scene and glasses raised in celebration. I do feel that there has already been talks to privatise parts, not all, but parts of the NHS. And look, we've got the Empress card in the environment around abundance. Somebody is standing to make money off this. This is going to be a business deal. This is going to be part of some kind of trade deal in the future. But I do stress parts. It's showing parts of the NHS. This is the here and now. So I feel they're already, the UK, Boris Johnson and his government, they're already negotiating, or they're already working out ways that they can do this and, of course, make money off it. We've got the Emperor card here in the hopes and fears. That is often my card for Trump. So I feel again that there's this American aspect to it. This is the fear, and this is a yes card. This is actualizing something into reality. I hate to present it to you like that, but I feel that because the economy might be in recession, because the health services have been depleted during this CV pandemic, that they are going to look at privatising parts of your NHS in order to recoup their losses. So, yeah, this is what it's all about. The Ace of Pentacles. These are yes cards. The Knight of Pentacles, again, this slow-moving knight, investors. We do have the Wheel of Fortune, something shifting, and we certainly have an abuse of power here. So, while the Tories say we're not going to privatise the NHS, they're swearing that to, we're just not going to do it. I feel that parts of your NHS have already been discussed in a trade negotiation, I feel, with the US. And that's what these cards are telling me. What I see here is this overwhelming anxiety on behalf of citizens that this is what's going to occur. And with these signifier cards, I feel it's going to be something that the Tories will never be forgiven for. Never be forgiven for. Okay. All right. So let's move to the volume 5 Volume 5 of the Senate Intelligence Committee report. Of course, if you remember, Richard Burr stood down because of an investigation into insider trading. He was on the verge of, he was pushing that report through. He and Senator Warner, who is on the Democratic Party side, went ahead and compiled a declassified version because they felt that the Trump White House might try and hold this up. Now, of course, as you remember, John Ratcliffe, a very partisan former, I think, member of the House, Republican member of the House. Within Trump's inner circle, he was made Director of National Intelligence. That report is sitting in the Director of National Intelligence office. So Senator Warner has fired a shot across the bow, said if it's, we expect to see it before the August recess, and that's what I'm going to ask. Will the Volume 5, you can see other volumes up on the Senate's website, but we're talking about Volume 5, which incorporated, as you remember, we had Mueller investigation and we had the Intelligence Committee investigation. This is what Volume 5 is. It is the intelligence investigation of Trump-Russia in the 2016 election. Okay, is Volume 5 of the Senate's Intelligence Committee report, is it going to be released to the public? I don't feel it is. Okay, will Volume 5 of the Senate Intelligence Committee report, Volume 5, be released to the public? I feel Trump is holding it up, and this is the abuse of power, the Five of Swords, so I'm feeling no. They will find a way not to release it, but they will be challenged by the truth here. This is the Page of Swords. This is the spy in the camp as well. Not nice cards on that Volume 5 report. Is it straight out of the gate? Let's bring the laptop down and see where we go with this. Okay, it's may have include some of Trump's financial dealings, the Six of Pentacles. I'm not sure what's in that intelligence report, but it has to do with the financial dealings Trump may have had with Russia, with this Six of Pentacles. They definitely don't want to see it. Yeah, trade and commerce in the past. This is his relationship with Russia prior to becoming president. Okay, this could be, the Trump Tower deal, financial negotiations with Russia and others. I feel this is why Trump doesn't want it to come out. Potential future is the Chariot, which means that if it isn't out by August, I think we're going to see some sort of action on behalf of Senator Warner, perhaps. Let's see. The immediate future, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. This is a karmic card. So they've been trying to stop it, but I do see in some way we will get to know what's in it. At the moment, they are standing their ground and they are defending themselves with this Seven of Wands. Let's see what the atmosphere around, trying to blur the waters, muddy the waters. Seven of Cups, smoke screens. Okay, so deflection, anything but releasing it. Whatever's in it would be extreme loss for Trump with this Three of Swords. Loss, betrayal, and he doesn't want it released because it shows the connection between him and Russia. Illumination, of course, with this Sun card, it would be illuminated, and we have loss, Eight of Cups, turning and walking away from something. Being battle weary, and of course, whenever I read on anything to do with Trump, I get this Four of Swords showing a retreat in some way. I do feel, even though we might not get it from the ODNI, I feel it's possible with this Four of Wands that Warner may read some of the Senate committee's own declassified version on the floor. Let's take a look. Will it come down to that? They certainly don't want it released. All right. So let's ask, will Senator Warner read a declassified version? Because I think he does have a copy. I think Richard Burr and Senator Burr and Senator Warner made that copy, and I do feel Warner has it because they felt that Trump might try and not release this. So let's have a look. Well, Senator Warner, let's see if I can tune into this clairvoyantly. All right, will Senator... So I've got the lawyers involved now. Again, this strategy, this King of Swords, this strategy to hold it back. Will Senator Warner? Okay, I'm getting a cup being pushed in front of Trump. What's this? An offer of some sort. Okay. So I'm feeling, and I'm seeing the Ace of Cups, so I'm feeling that Senator Warner may very well take matters into his own hand. There could have been a strategy and plan also to, if ODNI doesn't release it. Let's have a look. Will Senator Warner read this declassified version, Senate version of Volume 5 on the floor of the Senate? It'd be high drama if he did. There's a signifier card holding back information, the Four of Pentacles. We've got what's challenging that is healing and moving on, some kind of movement there. The Ten of Wands, it would be a difficult thing for Senator Warner to do. I don't think he's prone to I guess, spontaneity or risk. I don't think he's somebody that would take foolish risks, but I do feel that in the past with this Ace of Wands, there was already a plan made for this contingency. We do have heartbreak and loss with this Three of Swords as a potential future. Would he be stopped? Now, I've got the Queen of Swords coming out in the reverse. Okay, so that's a lack of objectivity. In the here and now, we've got the Victory card. Okay, so the atmosphere around is a compact, a commitment, a contract with someone. We do have this Hopes and Fears retreat, ill health card coming up again. And I do have the Page of Wands reversed. Okay, we've got weariness, the Nine of Wands, and disappointment. A cup being given. At the base of the pack, we have the King of Cups, and we do have the Four of Wands, and we do have the Ace of Swords. I'm going to draw a clarify on this because it's almost like he might release something in a way that we may not get to. I mean, this is communication, but it's in the reverse. So let's see what's going on with this card here. It's possible, he might be shut down in some way. He may be shut down from communicating, even though the plan was to do this. All right, show me this Page of Wands. Does this mean Senator Warner will be shut down from doing this declassified version of the report? Show me this Page of Wands, please. Show me this Page of Wands. communication would be shut down. The Three of Pentacles, dark money joining together, a third party situation, and the Three of Swords again. Okay, that's heartbreak and loss, and the Five of Pentacles again, loss again, being shut out. At the base of the pack, we have the King of Pentacles and the Star card, showing me, the Three of Cups, showing me that there will be those that will covered wagons circle this president to try and stop it. In some way, Senator Warner's going to be gagged or stopped from doing that. All right, although I do feel we will know. So if he's stopped from reading it on the Senate, what are his options? What would be his options? Would they leak it? Would the Democratic Party leak it to the media? Will there be a leak of this report? Because I do feel, got the Five of Pentacles, loss. Underneath, we've got the Emperor card, Trump trying to keep control. Okay, will the report be leaked? Will the report be leaked? Will parts of the report be leaked? Maybe from Senator Warner's office in some way? Will parts of this report be leaked? The Page of Cups, a whistleblower. That is my card for the whistleblower, for the leaker. So I guess Spirit is saying that they're going to try and gag him on the Senate floor, and it will be released via a whistleblower. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, a shift, movement in something, and the Queen of Wands. Yeah, to me, I think it will be leaked in some way. But there is an incredible effort to hold this back. Okay, do we have time for anything else? Where are we? 31. Let's just see if those financials, if Trump's financials will come out. Well, they won't come out. They go to a grand jury, which means that the case against him will progress, which is a good thing. All right, so will Cy Vance, the Manhattan DA, get Trump's, will that grand jury get Trump's financials before November? So it's a given he will get them. Okay, it's a given, according to legal experts, that he will get those. Cy Vance's grand jury will get the financials. The question is the timing. All right, so will this grand jury get these financials before November? Will Cy Vance's grand jury get Trump's financials before November? And I am being drawn to Michael Cohen, and we've got Temperance and Balance. So there is a good chance that they may, although that does have a December time frame. But I'm getting again, we've got this Page of Cups. I'm getting Michael Cohen's book. Okay, so we've got Justice being the foundation of the reading. We've got the Death card, Endings. Of course, it's in the past. Let me pull the laptop down and you can see the cards. Yeah, 10 of Wands. Yes, I do feel that, 10 of Swords. This is total and utter downfall. I do feel that the grand jury will. We've got a lot of 10s here. It's not going to be easy, but I do feel the Three of Cups, the celebration card, and the Nine of Cups, miracles, breakthroughs. A lot of cups here. That's in the here and now. The hopes and fears. We've got the Two of Swords, a difficult decision needing to be made. And here we've got the Queen of Cups. So I'm feeling that we will see them. This Queen has something to reveal. This is the lawmakers, the judges, the courts. And we've got the investigator, the litigator, the King of Swords. Yeah, they will. That grand jury will get them. Here are his tax returns, how he made his money, the Eight of Pentacles. We do have the Star of Hope, and we do have the Emperor card, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Review, Seven of Pentacles. If I go one step further, we have the Chariot, indicating this is going to move perhaps more quickly than people think it will for some reason. it's showing me that that they will. They definitely, and they have so much to reveal. He will not be able to stop it, and it looks like it may. That grand jury may get them before November. All right, I'm not going to pull any more, although I've got a lot of questions. I wanted to look at Justice Beta Ginsburg and see how she's doing. I might do her in a separate reading as part of my Inspirational People series, and we'll take a look at her blessed determination to stay there despite pancreatic cancer. And let's make sure she's okay, which I feel she will. She's so strong. All right, I'll leave it there, and I'll be back again with another reading soon. Thank you for tuning in.